Hi everyone, welcome to this reactJs series, and I'm your host Rakesh. And this is our fourth video where we'll be talking about virtual DOM. So I think after this video you will understand what is virtual DOM in React. Okay, so let's start. I think if you see the screen, I have opened the documentation. I would request every one of you to go through documentation always, because they will be keep changing the documentation, and there might be new feature on the same topic, right? So I would request you to go through always any kind of documentation. If you watch any video, you learn React from anywhere, so you should always check the documentation. So what is virtual DOM? So first of all, I think if you understand DOM, that's great. Otherwise I'll tell you what is DOM. So if you remember our last video, and we have created couple of HTML elements here, and which is basically rendered on the web page, right? So if I inspect this thing, right, so this is what is DOM, right? What is in element? So everything here is a node, right? So these are HTML. Then we have inside HTML we have this body carry this div or a couple of different things. So that means you see a tree, right? One after this is this, then this carry couple of more things like our logo, then this multiple component rendered here. We have footer, like this is the nested tree we have. So everything as a whole we say DOM. So DOM means document object model, right? Manipulating DOM means you might be changing this to something else, right? Okay, so that means now you see a effect here. That means we have manipulated this DOM. Basically we have changed the data in it. So one way you directly change the data using JavaScript, right? You can say, if click on this button, update the value of this particular node, or update the value, right? This is one way. Another way is but in general what happens, right, when you try to update these kind of things, right, so you have to track each and everything. So you have to attach a unique ID to each of these DOM element, right? Each of these element. That's when you can specifically update that particular data, right? Otherwise what is the deal? Like if you update here one, right, so you are updating this p, okay, but React handle this with the different engine, right? They have created a virtual DOM using browser APIs, right? This is called virtual DOM. Now what is virtual DOM? So this is something what I have showed you here. It's a real DOM, basically really what you see here. Virtual means you will not see. Basically it's a kind of algorithm they have written behind the scenes, right? Which will take care of updates, right? If you update your data, so if you update something from your server, automatically your data will get updated here, okay? And one good thing about is it will only update specific data, right? So it only updates specific node on the DOM. So I'll just show you the example. So let me pull up my Jamboard. Okay guys, so you see there are two type of DOM, right? I have just told you real DOM. So there is something called virtual DOM, which is, I just said you, right, created by using browser API, right? And they reactJs guys, which is Facebook team, have created this, right? So what is that? So what they are doing here, they are taking the real DOM. Let's say first time your DOM rendered, or first time you have rendered your application and all the data is rendered. So they are keeping copy of everything virtually, okay? They are keeping on behind the scenes in your machine, right? So they have copy of each of your node. So what does that mean? So they have copy of this div, all of these, right? They have everything here, right? So now what is happening? So let's say update happens. So let me copy this here, okay? So what happens? Your data update from server. So you might have a server, right? So let's say this is your server, okay? So there is some update triggered. So what happens? This particular node here got changed. That means data changed here, so it turns to green. So what happens? React engine will internally find out, okay, everything else remains same, orange, this turned to green. So what happens? So now because they have virtual copy, that means they have a link between this node and this node. So now they know if there is a data change here, so they no need to refresh other nodes. Okay, so these nodes will remain same. That means this particular node will get updated. So here this will get updated to green. That means let's say there is a change on your, server. Okay, that says instead of reactJs it is node.js. So now I'll go to reuse component. I'll just remove this to node.js. Okay, I'll just save here. See what happened? You can see only these p tags wherever we have rendered this particular DOM, like we reuse this multiple time, right? So if I change to and save, see only these p tags got changed right here in the right side. So how React is doing that? So React is actually comparing. Okay, this node got changed, we have to just update here one node only. I think you have understood how virtual DOM is working, right? Great. Okay, let's close this video here. If you have any question related to a virtual DOM, you can post me a comment.